Dr. Zexthera examined the shipping manifest from Earth with growing confusion, her crystalline appendages clicking against her data tablet as she processed what she was reading. As the Galactic Trade Commission's chief safety inspector, she had reviewed cargo documentation from thousands of worlds, but human export classifications defied all logic. "This can't be correct," she muttered to her assistant, a young Kithran named Vectel. "According to this manifest, Earth has classified water as potentially hazardous and oxygen as extremely dangerous." Vectel's mandibles clicked with amusement. "Humans are known for their paranoia. They probably overclassify everything for liability purposes." The cargo ship Wanderlust had just docked at Kepler Station, carrying what should have been routine trade goods from humanity's homeworld. But the warning labels covering nearly every container had triggered automatic safety protocols throughout the station. Captain Maria Santos, the ship's human commander, approached the inspection station with a casual stride that somehow conveyed both friendliness and mild concern. "Inspector Zexthera? I'm here about the cargo review. I understand there's some confusion about our safety classifications?" "Indeed," Zexthera replied, consulting her tablet. "Your documentation lists common atmospheric gases as hazardous materials. Surely this is an error?" Captain Santos's expression grew serious. "I'm afraid not. May I ask, what's the atmospheric composition of your homeworld, Inspector?" "Standard Class M environment. Nitrogen, argon, trace noble gases, with oxygen maintained at a safe 12% concentration." 12%, Santos repeated thoughtfully. "And you consider that safe?" "Of course. Higher concentrations would be toxic." Santos reached into her jacket and produced a small atmospheric scanner, running it over the station's air recycling output. "Inspector, the air you're breathing right now contains 18% oxygen. On Earth, we consider anything below 16% to be suffocating." Zexthera's crystalline form flickered with alarm. "Impossible. That concentration would cause severe oxygen toxicity. For you, maybe. For humans, it's Tuesday." Santos gestured to a sealed container marked with biohazard symbols. "This contains bottled water from Earth. pH of 7.4, mineral content suitable for human consumption. Your species would probably find it lethally corrosive." "Water cannot be corrosive. Earth water can. It's a universal solvent that can dissolve most metals given time. We drink it because we evolved in it, but your crystalline structure would literally dissolve on contact." Vectel stepped forward, his warrior instincts engaging. "You're claiming your entire planet is made of hazardous materials. From your perspective?" "Absolutely." Santos pulled up a holographic display showing Earth's environmental data. "Surface gravity is 1.7 times galactic standard. Atmospheric pressure at sea level would crush most species' respiratory systems. The planet's magnetic field is strong enough to disrupt sensitive electronics." She scrolled through more data with casual efficiency. "Weather systems regularly produce wind speeds exceeding 200 kilometers per hour. Precipitation includes sulfuric acid in many regions. Seismic activity is constant. And that's just the geology." Zexthera was processing the information with growing horror. "How does anything survive in such conditions?" "Barely," Santos replied cheerfully. "Which brings us to the biological hazards." She indicated another section of the cargo manifest. "We've included samples of Earth flora for the Xenobiology Research Station. Standard safety rating. Extremely dangerous." "These are flowers," Vectel read from the manifest, confusion evident in his voice. "Flowers that evolved in an environment where everything is trying to kill everything else. Take the Earth rose, beautiful flower, covered in thorns that can puncture most standard EVA suits. Or consider poison ivy, which produces oils that cause severe chemical burns through skin contact. Santos brought up images of Earth wildlife. The cute, fluffy animal you see here is called a koala. It exclusively eats leaves that are toxic to virtually every other species on the planet. Those leaves would kill you in minutes, but koalas consider them a delicacy. This is... Zexthara struggled to find words. Your world is a death trap. Only if you're not adapted to it. Which is why everything we export carries hazard warnings. What's perfectly safe for humans can be instantly lethal to everyone else. She pulled up another image. This is table salt, sodium chloride. Humans sprinkle it on food for flavor. Most species would go into toxic shock from the amounts we consume casually. The implications began sinking in. Vectal's combat-hardened species considered humans physically weak, but the truth was more disturbing. Humans were weak by the standards of their own planet. Inspector, Santos continued, humans mark things as extremely dangerous not because we're paranoid, but because we've evolved in an environment where nearly everything actually is extremely dangerous. Our safety standards aren't arbitrary. They're survival requirements. Zexthara looked at the cargo manifest with new understanding. Every warning label represented humanity's hard-won knowledge about surviving in conditions that would instantly kill most galactic species. The most frightening part, Santos added conversationally, is that humans consider Earth to be unusually peaceful and habitable. We actively choose to live there because we find it comfortable. As the inspection concluded, Zexthara found herself updating the Galactic Trade Commission's safety protocols. For the first time in her career, she would be recommending that human safety classifications be considered minimum requirements rather than excessive precautions. After all, if something was dangerous enough that humans, who considered liquid metal and corrosive atmosphere to be normal, felt compelled to warn others about it, then it was probably dangerous enough to destroy entire star systems. The galaxy was just beginning to understand that humans didn't mark things as dangerous because they were afraid of everything. They marked things as dangerous because they weren't afraid of anything.